They gon' love me for my ambition.
So we have breaking news right here. Boom, boom, boom. Breaking news. When you go on Instagram and you go to Eminem's page, Eminem made a post that's making everyone think that he's announcing his retirement, right? Because on Eminem's Instagram, when I go, it reads a text message that is said to be delivered, a screenshot of a text message, vanish mode, sent to be delivered May 31st. And it says ... and for my last trick, ! And then it's an emoji of a bunny with a magic hat, with a magician hat.
Boy, he's dropping an album.
And it's like, for my last trick, right? So now people are connecting this. May 31st, he announced beforehand, remember, in April 25th, he announced the death of Slim Shady, Coupe de Grace, an album, summer 2024. Is May 31st summer? No. Is it? It might be summer. Summer starts, let me see, what day does summer start?
Listen, man, it might
Summer
be
starts June 20th.
Yeah.
So it could be a single for the last album that he's dropping, right? And then the Slim Shady LP, let me see, Slim Shady LP dropped originally, his first project, his debut project dropped 1999, right? So we have 25 years later, it went from the Slim Shady LP to now the death of Slim Shady, and he just announced it. And for my last trick. So people are thinking that this is his last album. Technically, think about it. The death of Slim Shady.
Yeah.
This would be the perfect way to do a final album, right? But this is Eminem. A lot of people jokingly for years have said it. I've said it. I feel like he might be better off retiring because musically, I feel like he's done everything he could, and he'd be better off trying to get more into movies, TV shows, be the big Eminem brand that he can be, right?
He's too awkward for that shit.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He's a good producer. He could do a lot of other stuff, I feel like, other than just music, because his core fan base tends to be the only people that care about his music.
Yeah.
Even though there's some good music in there, right? The Murder album he dropped a couple years ago, I liked him. Oh, I love this album, like way more than the previous couple albums he dropped. But it still felt like he's getting older. There's a sense of like, age is nothing but a number. But his style of music, he's not trying to keep up with the times, right? I don't know. I feel like he could be better off retiring, but he doesn't have to. He could do whatever the fuck he wants. He's Eminem, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Going out this way, last album, The Death of Slim Shady, officially, like as the last album for my last trick, saying all this, I think it might be the way to go. And this year, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
He could really go all out. Diss Diddy. He could talk about Diddy. Like talk about, because he talks about all that type of shit. He goes edgy. He can come at Diddy, blah, blah. Who knows? I'm not sure if he's going to address the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. He might. He always talks about current events in his raps. He might talk about the Drake and Kendrick beef. Might have Kendrick on the fucking album. We don't fucking know. All right? We don't know what's going to happen on his album. 50 Cent's rumored to hop on it. Dr. Dre's confirmed to be on it as a producer. One of many producers.
I think it's an 8-year-long album. Saying it took 8 years to make.
They're saying that it took 8 years to make?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Let me ask you this, though.
8 years to make this album? Yeah. What do you say, Marlon?
Should we go into this album? At least for us, right? Because when we were younger, we knew what he was and shit. Should we go into this album listening to him like the old days and not expect him to try to be, relevant to what the times are now? Or are people still gonna be like, oh, this is outdated, this and that, we can't really listen to it? Because I love Eminem, right?
Yeah.
I grew up on Eminem. And, people always been dogging his old stuff and shit, but at the end of the day, it's Eminem. So, like, you can give him his flowers when it comes down to, like, he's stuck by Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He stayed to what he was.
He stayed true to what he was.
That is true.
What do you think?
That is true. I think that if this is a final album, I think it's going to be very long. We might get a deluxe, because I think he's going to want to put his best thing over. Best foot, what is it called? Best foot forward, whatever the term is. He's going to put his best work out that he believes, I would imagine, right? And he probably is going to give us classic moments. Royce the 5'9" is probably going to be on it if it's the last album. And the subtitle is called Coupe de Grace, right? That's French, but it really means defined right here. That says in English it means stroke of grace or blow of mercy, like the final blow of mercy, the act of putting a person to death. So he really, I think, he's ending his career. But is it going to be a purposeful death?
You said it's called the death of Slim
The
Shady.
death of Slim Shady. Is it going to be just killing Slim Shady and then Eminem or Marshall
that's what I'm
Mathers is
saying.
born? Or is it going to really be the end?
There's Marshall Mathers. There's Marshall Mathers. What is it? Matters?
Marshall Mathers, yeah. Marshall
Yeah.
Mathers.
There's
Marshall.
There's Eminem and then there's Slim Shady.
But then the whole text today right now was like
He has three different personas.
my
if
last
you think
for
about
my
it.
last for my last trick.
Remember, this is gonna sound really like nerdy and shit. With the Fortnite thing that he dropped, he had three
Yeah.
things. He has Slim Shady, Marshall,
He did.
and Eminem.
The skins and shit.
Yeah,
That is true.
he has three personas.
That is true.
And
It
Slim
could be a triple album.
Yeah,
It could be a triple album. You never know. What you saying, no?
I agree. There's a super
Someone
chat.
saying what's super chat saying? Shout out to super chat.
Shout out to super chat, $2. My boy John. He said, "Bro, nobody wants to listen to M. Just retire." I agree. I think that's where it is right now.
I think he needs to retire.
I think Eminem is not stupid. I think there's this narrative that Eminem lives in a bubble. I think Eminem is fully aware because my boy John said he writes Nickelodeon raps. It's like Donald Trump sped up. There's been jokes about Eminem's rapping style.
he said Nickelback.
Yeah, he's like there's always been criticism about Eminem, especially more recently. I think M has heard all of it.
Oh yeah.
I think M is done making music. I think M realizes. I think his pride finally like got out of the way, and he said, "Yeah, there's no place for me in rap anymore."
Yeah.
Which is okay to say. I don't want to hear Dr. Dre album anymore. I don't want to hear Ice Cube album. I don't want to hear Snoop album. Like, I'm good, bro. It's over. Like just move on.
Yeah.
Same way I don't want to hear Vultures too. I don't care anymore.
Damn,
Like-
that's a stretch. I might want to hear it.
I don't.
I might want to hear it.
I don't
good.
know, man.
At this point, I'm good.
Sounds like you've let go of your childhood.
I haven't. I'm trying to move on. This is y'all problem. Let the next generation
Sounds like you
show
really
up.
want to listen to this recycled bullshit we're getting now.
Nah, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear Eminem give a fuck about Slaughterhouse, so I could have got a good ass fucking Slaughterhouse album. Instead, Eminem did some bullshit, and I don't have a Slaughterhouse album.
Yeah, you know.
I just thank him for Griselda. I thank him for that at least.
I wouldn't mind another Bad Meets Evil album. That was a good ass album. Bad Meets Evil. Him and Royce da 5'9" as a rap duo.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind one of those.
that was pretty good. It's just, what is I'm gonna talk about?
Yeah, he's aware because remember he's rapped in the other albums.
He
Like
might talk about you.
he made an album.
hope-
Eminem's made an album about how we
niggas
didn't
his
like
album.
the last album.
Kamikaze.
Yeah,
and
so-
then Joe Budden made the joke. Is your next album gonna be about how we don't like this current album?
So he's aware. So it could be like he's aware. Like I actually should just stop making music. I'm gonna retire. But I'm gonna do a dope ass album. Dope rollout. The trailer was dope. Looked like a movie, right? Like a murder mystery. Blah, blah, blah. Like they were reenacting CSI or type shit.
it was funny.
So we might get a movie, like music video. Eminem doesn't tweet or post shit like this.
Who's your favorite Eminem?
I think the best Eminem is Slim Shady. That's the best Eminem.
The first one, yeah, the early on one.
That's the best Eminem because that was the most
dark twisted one.
Yeah, because that's the one everyone loves. That's a charismatic like character. Like that's what made him. Like the playing into that line, like talking about murdering people that he never murdered. Like that's the best Eminem. That's peak Eminem. That's what made him legendary. Without that, and he's straight away from all of that. He hasn't gotten like creatively. He doesn't do that anymore.
Because he found a formula.
Yeah.
The Rihanna Monster. What's that song called, Rihanna? Monster?
I'm friends with the monster.
That dumbass fucking formula ruined his career. Because then he had it on Recovery. Like it just became this like, oh, I'm going to rap a bunch of bullshit next to an R&B like pop song. He became a pop artist.
Listen, I think
became
Eminem
a
can
pop
still drop
artist.
hits, but it's just a matter of like who he gets around. But I don't want to hear him on a Catch Cobain beat.
Some niggas.
Yeah.
Get next to some niggas again. Because when you were next to Dre, what was you making nigga music?
With Griselda, that was like the perfect. He should have kept him signed, like gave him a bag. Like that would have been the perfect bag to
West
like.
Side Boogie too?
Oh yeah, he got a good artist over there, Shady. But I think he might not even be on Shady no more.
People
West Side
saying he
Boogie.
got sober.
He got sober?
He's been 16 years sober. Congratulations, Eminem.
They gon' love me for my ambition.